Yo, yo, Panther Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
Y'all know what it is. I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on one time. Cuz what's popping?
Hey, man, your boy tired today, dog. I said I was tired on Wednesday. Damn it, I'm
Yeah.
tired today. Hey, this weather in Charlotte, it's
Yeah.
been, I think the heat index has been 105 plus for the past couple of days. And of course, I took some days off this week.
Yeah.
Went over to a friend's house the other night, damn near blew up the whole neighborhood, had a good time. But I've been trying to work on my old shed. And
Yeah.
bruh, when I tell you, walk out the door, 10 steps, and it's just and I'm just looking around like, damn. Yeah.
That
But other than that, I'm good. I'm happy to be back here with everybody, Panther Nation. Y'all, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, cuz. How about you? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Shoot. Hey, the other day I was we have my mother-in-law was on the phone and she was talking
Mhm.
about what the temperature was and everything in Texas. I was like, well, dog, it ain't really that hot here yet. But I tell you what, me and the wife had a little outing today, went out. We was like this we felt so disrespected when we came back home. She immediately got in the bed. Dog, she was out for like 2, 3 hours. I was like, that
Yeah.
heat just whipped her ass for real.
It
But
it's
hey,
yeah.
before we go on, hey, I want to give not a shout out. I want to send our condolences out to Kyrie Jackson, the cornerback from Oregon that started off at the University of Alabama that was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings that died in a car accident last night. His
Ooh.
mother Ebony confirmed it to TMZ, but yeah, in his home city, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Kyrie Jackson died tragically in the car accident. So if we could, give a moment of silence for Kyrie Jackson and the Jackson family. All right, all right. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I
It
did not
was
know
like
that.
breaking news, probably like 45 minutes ago. I saw it on Twitter. I wasn't so
Yeah.
sure, but then I saw it on ESPN. Yeah, 24 years old, man. You know, he got drafted this year. Was slated to say it was looking good for him to start and everything. But yeah, died tragically in an accident last night, man. So rest in peace to Kyrie Jackson and our condolences to his mom Ebony and the whole Jackson family.
Yeah.
Go
Man,
ahead,
I did
CJ.
not know that at all. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hey, like they say, make the best of every day. Never know when your
Be the
time is
best
gonna
of
be
every
calling.
day.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
dog. That's the rookie, man. That's the guy I wanted us to draft. That was the cornerback that that was falling that I thought would be available to us in round two. With one of those two
Yeah.
picks, I was hoping that we could get Kyrie Jackson if he fell to us. But yeah, man, so sad, so early, had a full life ahead of him.
Yeah.
Man, just I don't know what to say, man. I just
I
kind of like a lost
I
of
don't
words
either.
when with that situation. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll be damned.
condolences to the whole
Okay.
family.
Yeah. Wow. Mm. That's
But
crazy.
let's get into it though.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, let me try to let me try to get my get back into it. That was how you hit me on the head with that one. I didn't even know that happened. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I didn't have a minute. I didn't have a chance to really give you a heads up and while the intro was going.
Oh, it's all
I
good.
refreshed my screen. I saw the article on ESPN, so that to me
Mm.
gave me verified
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, bet. All right, let's get into some of the comments here. Oh, and before we get
Okay.
started, uh, hold on, let me make sure I introduce him properly this time. Thank you to our little cousin, okay, our third
Yeah.
fan in the stand, over there at What's Up, Doug. All right. Hopefully that is a better intro than I gave him last time because he gave me hell for that on Wednesday. Like Doug said,
Yeah.
go ahead,
You
do him a favor, step on that like button on your way in, okay? And as Doug has said, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and on what we dub as Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can find us at Two Fans ITS. And as well,
Yeah,
you can also become a channel member. Okay. We have a single tier called Fan Level, 99 cents a
yeah,
month. Unlock some cool emojis for you. And we got some things in the works later on. Hopefully, drop a few things before training camp. So if you're not a
yeah,
channel member, go ahead and do that for us and we appreciate it. All right, we appreciate everybody.
yeah, no doubt,
All right,
no
but
doubt.
yes, sir. Like Doug said, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me see. Digger says say Dowd, and I thought he messed around and typed forgot to put the G on Doug, and so I hit him with the eyeballs, and he
Yeah.
said Doug plus dude. Okay, it's like
Oh, it's okay.
yo, big walk TTD. What's
Big
going
Walt,
on? How
what's
you doing,
good?
man? How you doing?
What's good, my guy?
Yeah, Doug said, "Man, CLT sound like Texas. It's been 106. I hear everybody. Yes, yes. I have never.
Yeah,
I
please
haven't
stay
sweated.
hydrated.
I haven't sweated outside this much in quite a bit because it's been like 98,
Dang.
99 degrees with a heat
Yeah,
index of like 105, 106. It's hot. It is hot. I'm so thankful that we got this shed out here and the bad boy got a nice mini split and that joke is humming right now. Yeah.
your sister get on
So
my nerves.
my
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
already is yep. Hey, you right, Dig. Everybody is in the book waiting on their turn. You hey,
yeah,
you right about that one, but yep.
yeah.
Me too.
We did a lot of film study on him.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, Kyrie Jackson died. Nakari. Yeah,
Mhm.
the rookie
Oh, you
cornerback
really
out of
met my
Oregon.
sister. Oh, what up?
Yeah, I really miss your
What up, Tilly?
somehow.
I thought you was talking about your sister. Yeah, no, that's
No,
my sister.
no, no. I'm talking about your sister.
Hey,
Don't talk my
CJ and
sister. Don't talk my
Mogo
sister. One
T.
sister's enough.
What is Mogo
Talking about,
T?
talking about Monopoly Go.
Oh, oh boy, hey, let me tell you,
Yeah.
Tony is a terror on Monopoly Go. I don't play it. I don't play it. But boy, let me tell you, he had my
Hey,
wife and my sister
hey,
cussing him out.
don't be talking about family business, man. Don't be put family business out
Tony is a Monopoly Go terror. Terror. Wiley, who is
there.
currently with us in the backstage. We're gonna get to Wiley in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
The
get you.
car heat
Yeah.
index. Ooh, boy. Mm, hey, tell you. It's been hot as hell. I can imagine. I
Hey,
can imagine.
today
Yay.
reminded me of why I stay my ass in the house.
Hey, that's my childhood nickname right there.
Cat
Hers is
daddy.
Tilly. Everybody called me Cat Daddy back home.
What's
MJD,
up,
what's going
MDJ?
MDJ, my bad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What'd you call them?
He a whole Mogo gangster. Oh man. Okay. Well, Tony, let's go ahead.
Hey,
Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Go ahead and introduce the subject for the day.
hey, man. Hey, so every Wednesday CJ has been doing the series basically on every unit on the team. We started with the offense and now we just started with the defense. And when we were talking about the defensive linemen and the potential edge rushers, it got me to thinking a little bit ahead and I was like, huh. I was like, the Jadeveon Clowney and DJ Wonnum, if both are healthy, are they the best duo in the NFC South? Agree or disagree? So that's the question I posed to the chat. Y'all can answer that question. CJ, I'm gonna pose that question to you. So but let's pull up some stats first and we can go over their career stats.
Okay. All right, but before I do that, let me go ahead and
Yeah.
introduce our guest who was
Oh yeah.
with us when I
Yeah.
pulled the stats up. All right.
My
He
bad.
is, let me see how I can I gotta give him introductions right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. You
He
get
said
yeah, yeah.
Doug got on me the other day. Make sure I do. Let me see. he is our foreign reporter, our eyes oversee. Okay,
Yes.
he is in the land of the. Let me see. I'm trying to think of this on the fly. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna mess this up. What's up,
Yeah.
Wiley? How you doing, big dog?
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Hey,
What's going
the
on,
the
my guy?
land of the snizzle.
I, you know what? I'm glad you
The
said that
land
because I
of the
was thinking that,
snizzle.
and I was like, that's wrong.
Nah, you good. Hey, you might well say hey, the land of the snizzle, the land of the beer. Yeah.
There you go.
And where I'm
Yeah,
at,
no
There you
where
go.
doubt.
I'm at is definitely wine region. So it is
I
definitely
know.
the
I know,
wine region
Lakari.
of
I
Jersey.
know. I know. I know.
The car said that's a
Lakari said
terrible
that's a terrible.
introduction.
I know. I know. I know. I was trying to do it on the fly. Didn't have anything prepared. My bad, Wiley. My bad.
It's all good.
Oh.
It's all good.
But
Hey,
yeah,
I look at.
fellas.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Tony.
go ahead, Wiley. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Nah. Hey, thank y'all guys for inviting me to the show. It's been a while, I've been incognito, doing things. But I figure that between going on Black Cat and coming on here, it's like family, man. So I appreciate Tony and CJ invite me on, and maybe this time Tony, I won't. We'll last more than 5 minutes before we start arguing. I doubt it
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Doubt it. Doubt
Hey,
it.
hey, listen.
though.
Listen, hey, we was on the phone for a whole 4 hours yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? A
The day
whole
before
four
yesterday.
hours. Yeah. He done went and walked the track. He done went and walked 3, 4, 4, 5 miles, came back home, then ate everything. We still on the phone arguing.
Hey, Wiley, read that
Yeah.
comment right there, Wiley.
We
Read
got
that
Okay.
Dave
comment,
Chappelle.
Wiley.
What?
Oh my god. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's all
This-
good.
Yo, he said we got Dave Chappelle on the stream. He talking about you, Wiley.
Hey,
Oh
Hey,
God.
Wiley, if you never met Nakari, hey, he's a wild one, but he's a good dude. He
Hey.
gonna be cracking jokes
He
the whole stream.
it's all good.
He will find a nickname for you in 2.2 seconds. I promise you. I promise you he will.
It's all
Hey,
Oh,
but
good.
let's get into it,
go
fellas. So
ahead, Tony.
I would like I said, I was just thinking, about the acquisition of DJ Wonnum and Jadeveon Clowney, two edge rushers that had pretty solid seasons last year. And my thought was, by them being the two starting edge rushers right now on paper, well, we pretty much know you Davion Clowney is going to be on one side, and if healthy and he come back from injuries, DJ Warren will be on the other side. So, I was thinking, is this the best pass rushing duo in the NFC South? So, y'all could ponder that question for a few minutes. But first, I want to look at some stats of DJ Warnham, who's been in the league 4 years, drafted in 2020 out of South Carolina. If you look at his games played, there's one season out of his 4 years that he's played a full season. Now I know me and CJ we talked about a lot of times with certain well, with a lot of players, if you miss 1 or 2 games here or there because of injuries, that's really that might be a great space doable.
I was like, hey,
But
pay me no attention. That's why I moved myself down here. Pay me no
yeah,
attention.
don't even put the comments up there right now, man. Let me go through my thing first. Let me go. I can't deal with the card right now, man. But in 2021 he did play a full 17 games. But one thing I did notice in his first 4 years is the inconsistency when it comes to his sack totals. 2021 and 2023, both years he had 8 sacks, but 2020 and 2022 he only had 3 sacks and 4 sacks. 2020 he played 14 games, and 2020 16. So, um, 6'5", 200 and I think 65 pounds or 260 pounds. So, he's not a small defensive end. One thing that we have been talking about, especially when Hassan Reddick was here in Carolina, is that we needed to get bigger on the edge because they were excellent pass rushers, him and Brian Burns together, but they could not support the run. They were not good in run support. Brian Burns put on weight. I believe he's got a little better at it. But DJ Wonnum and Jadeveon Clowney seem to have made their chops not only rushing the passer, but stopping the run as well. So you guys, y'all tell me when y'all see these stats for DJ Wonnum, does it give you any indication of what his career or what this year could be for the Carolina Panthers? Is it good or bad?
Go ahead, Wiley.
Well, hold on a second. Let me adjust my screen here. Make sure I can. There we go. That I don't know because isn't he a little inconsistent? And
Mhm.
my thing about consistency is, I'm just thinking about, okay, look at Minnesota. Minnesota always had outstanding defensive ends, and his inconsistency seems, I don't know, man. It seems like he is maybe he's coming to his own now. It's 4 years. Usually, the fourth year is when people start. 4 through 8 is when people first. So hopefully,
Yeah,
we get opportunity to get the best of him.
right. I got
Okay.
you on that. I got you on that. CJ, what you think?
Okay. I'm gonna disagree with Wiley just a little bit. I think he's been a little more consistent as his years have gone on. Look at his total tackles. Look at his solo tackles. They've all gone up besides 21, 22, off by two. All right. One thing he has been a little bit inconsistent with, as far as the last 3 years, he had 8 sacks in 21, 4 and 22, 8 and 23. And then a lot of people will say, oh, well, he had what's my man name that they gave the contract to? Um, Minnesota. What was the other guy on the other
In
side of him?
Minnesota,
Yeah,
Daniil Hunter, Daniil Hunter.
Yep.
yeah, Danielle Hunter. Okay,
Hmm.
Yeah, they went to
everybody would say,
Texas.
"Oh, well, he only got that because Danielle Hunter was on the other side." I mean, and
Right,
and I say to that, well, hell, that's what you want. You want that duo.
right,
I don't understand when
right.
people bring that up. Oh, well, he only got this many sacks because so and so was on the other side. Shit, that's like me saying, "Oh, well, I only made $1 million this year because I had my partner over here." I, and the shit that's you know what I
That's
mean?
how it's
Like
supposed to be.
that's how it's
That's how it's
supposed to
supposed to
be.
go. That's
Yeah,
how it's
Yeah.
supposed to go.
I look at that and I'm just like, all right, bet. But his tackles have gone up, and what I'm hoping is that yes, there you go, Nick.
That's
Hey, you
right, Nick.
damn right. We need him healthy first and foremost. Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up because if they hold him out for part of training camp and he doesn't play much in the preseason, as long as he mentally, he got the defense down pat, let's get down pat, but he's got the plays, he's got the scheme, and everything is working good. I don't have no issue with it. Okay, keep him out until he is healthy. But like you said, we need him right and we need him healthy and ready to go. But if the combination of him and the next man on the next slide, can give us something that we haven't had since Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns. That's really been the
Right,
first year in quite a while that we've had two, edge rushers, two bookends. And it's like, okay, offense, I got to plan for this guy over here, but yeah, I got to plan for this guy over here. When Burns hasn't
right,
had, like, all right, bet we gonna do this with Brian Burns, but we know hell halftime it's like, all right, Brian's coming from this side, all right, we going over here. Okay,
Yep.
you know what? We
yeah,
gonna double team
yeah,
Brian. You push his ass out to play that way, and we gonna run into the gap, and we gonna take it to the house. That's how it's been. But now, hopefully, you
yeah.
got two guys who, me personally, I think are probably a little better run defenders, than Brian Burns. No slight to Brian Burns at all.
Right. No, no, it's like, yeah,
I still love
That's the
Brian
truth.
Burns. I wish him the best. I wish he was still here. Okay. But I think these guys could potentially be, a little bit better as far as run defense. But
yeah.
yeah, man, hey, if these numbers can keep the way they are now, and like I
Right.
say, if he can reproduce 2023, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be ecstatic, okay?
Right.
Because that's shoot. I want to
You
say
mean
that's
2023. Don't
yeah,
2022. He only
2020.
had 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I said 23. My bad. But
Yeah.
if he comes out with 8 sacks, I think that's just as much as YGM and whoever the hell else was on the other side, Justin Houston. All them
Yeah.
damn boys. That's probably more than them combined, just from one
Yeah.
side of the field. So, but yeah, hey, let me tell you, if he can keep this up, I'm good. But gotta get healthy.
But you know what though? The thing that I'm hoping. But when you think about, okay, look at Miami defensive line. Like, I don't know everybody that was on their defensive line last year. I know they, if I'm not mistaken, they had big Kyle Williams, the big defensive tackle, uh slash nose guard. Y'all can check that for me. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong or not. But the interior defensive lineman for Minnesota last year were nothing like what we got this year with Derrick Brown and Ashawn Robinson. I think just for the simple fact of having those two, no matter what side DJ Wonnum or Jadeveon Clowney playing on, when you're playing beside Derrick Brown and Ashawn Robinson, they gonna they're going to help you eat. Meaning because of who they are and the double teams and the attention that they garner, it's going to leave a lot of one-on-one situations. I can't remember who said it in the not the Hard Knocks, but the blueprint. They were like with Ashawn and Derrick Brown, and now you got Clowney and DJ Williams. Like, where you gonna run? And that's one of the main things that we have talked about in Panther Nation for I know at least the last 2 years, especially last year. We were
Mm-hmm.
not good against the run at all. Derrick Brown was a one man show, but he could not do all things by himself. And this year, even though he had a hell of a year last year, one of the first D tackles in the wild that had over 100 plus total tackles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a monster. He was wrecking havoc last year, and that was without a true running mate. Now you add Ashawn Robinson, then you bring in DJ Wonnum, and now Jadeveon Clowney. Like, I think Derrick Brown gonna have a repeat year like last year just because of those other three guys around him. I ain't even mentioning Shy Tuttle. I'm just talking about those other three.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, I don't know if I want to have that repeat year. That means he has to be that dominant. I prefer those guys actually contributing and giving Derek give him a little bit of help
Mm-hmm.
because last year, uh, Brian Burns had a down year, and
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why, but I don't want him to repeat last year's numbers. Now, if he's up there in the say 89 or so, I'll be happy. That means those guys got opportunity to eat, and that means Mr. Robinson is going to actually have an effect. Brown is having last year numbers. Where are they
Yeah.
going to get any numbers from?
Well, I mean, they can still get their numbers, or they can still be productive because I don't know what their numbers would be. But what I'm
Mm,
saying is when you look at last year's defense, a lot of teams were running away from Derrick Brown, or if they
hmm
came at Derrick Brown, they was hitting them with double teams. So when they running at you, they send a double team your way, then they running away from you. You know, he got there or he didn't get there. You know what I'm saying? Like he made a lot of noise. He made a lot of noise when you knew that the offensive line or the blocking scheme was for him. Wherever Derrick Brown lines up at, that's where you want to push your help towards. Well, this year I don't think it's going to be as simple as that because of everything else that he's going to have around him. That's why I think the big difference. That's why I say I think he can have a repeat year, meaning like making the Pro Bowl, being a Pro
Okay.
Bowl caliber. Now he may not have another 100 tackles, but he may have 75 tackles, but his sacks may go up.
Mm.
If he have 4 or 5 sacks, that's damn good for Derrick Brown. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
That that
Oh
that's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's damn good. So I just want to see him stay at a Pro Bowl level. Now, whatever that looks like, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I think he can keep that same level based on the talent that we've added around him.
Okay.
Okay. Will,
That
what's going on, man? Happy Saturday.
Tip Drill Will, what's happening, my guy?
Sir,
Hey,
yes,
Wally,
sir.
that's another veteran, 30 years.
okay. All right.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah, shout out
yeah.
to you veterans, man, bruh. Whew. Mm.
Look at CJ.
Hey, we
Yes,
definitely
sir.
appreciate y'all. Hey, look, I was ROTC, everything. Boy, I was ready to go, man. Let me tell you, my dad started telling me them Vietnam stories. Woo! I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
look, then I had this company commander who was hollering at me all the time. I said, nah, bro, this ain't me. I was like, this ain't me, dog.
uh,
I said, this
it
ain't
was
me.
it was all good, man. It was all good. So, Wally, you got anything else on this?
I say, yeah. I'm just saying. I guess we're betting on that we getting the 4 years of his best 4 years because, like I said, he 24, not 25.
I think
Oh,
he's like 24. He'll be 25 come camp. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think he's 20.
26.
He's 26. He's 26.
oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's
yeah.
26.
Now this is supposed to be the top part of your career between 20.
Hmm.
Well, they say 27 to 30. So 26 or so, yeah, he should be hitting the stride now. So hopefully we
Yeah.
get that out of him, and the consistency and the health perspective would be the best. If he's healthy, I believe his numbers will come. 'Cause he's gonna get plenty of
Right.
opportunity.
Hey, damn
Yeah.
sure will. Wow. Hey, but before we get off of this subject, Tony, let me bring up somebody else that's here with us.
Yeah.
Senior Doug. Is he
See,
still there?
see,
Senior dude.
I put him on mute because all the damn noise in the background.
Hey, hold on.
what's
Hold
what's
on
up
one
with his
second,
internet?
Doug. Hold on. Hold
What's
on
up with his
one second.
internet?
Let me see. Yeah, that's him. Okay. There you go, Doug.
There it is.
Yeah, Tony be throwing shots, but that's all right. Trust me.
Man, I ain't thought, man, you came
Hey,
on,
look,
man. You was all kind of
the
crazy. No,
reason
that's why I
why,
hit the mute
look,
button,
I'm
man.
gonna
I was
tell
like, we
y'all
trying to have a
the
discussion.
reason why. Hey, look, the reason why Tony ain't speak when they had that flood, he was the raft, and his wife was on the raft, and made sure that he made her stay afloat.
Oh, you, oh,
oh,
oh, you, oh, you, oh, you gonna do that, dog? You doing?
I
Oh,
Oh
tell,
boy,
coming out with
I
the
I owe
can't
you
wait to
from
tell
huh.
her.
Wednesday. I owe you
I
from
can't wait.
Wednesday.
I can't wait to tell her. I can't wait to tell
I
her
oh.
what
owe you.
Doug said.
Yo, you
I
gonna
owe
get
you from
your
Wednesday.
ass beat.
Hey, and she done had a little drink. Don't okay now. You in for it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You know I
But
owe you
Doug,
from Wednesday.
how you feel about DJ Warner, man? How do you feel his impact may or may not be for the Panthers this year?
Well, see, the thing that I'm not too worried about, I think we're gonna have more of a rotational DN group than what we've had underneath Evero. So that's the reason why when we had this discussion on Wednesday, I was bringing up, chasing, you got a Barno, you do have a DJ Johnson. Three of these individuals have to be healthy in order for this rotational DN group to excel in the scheme. So if we're just going to talk about two particular players that are going to start in a DJ Wyman and Jadeveon Clowney, um, both of these gentlemen are great at run defense. One thing people have to understand, the weakness on this defense, regardless of plug and play, was we couldn't stop the run. You can still get pressure. Yeah, our sack numbers weren't up there, but we were developing pressure. But whenever it came to us being down so much because of the offense, they were just able to torch our defense in the run. So
Right.
one thing that, again, every player that we brought in has been a some type of a great run stopper on their respective team before they came to Carolina. So I think with the addition of a, again, like we said on Wednesday, a Ashawn Robinson, then you have a Derrick Brown coming off of 100 season tackle. Um, then you bring in Jadeveon Clowney. Even though we wanted him earlier in his career, he probably wanted to come home. He still does have some type of juice in the tank. He's not what he
Yeah.
was, or in his prime, but I do think he can give at least a decent 7 or 8 um total sats this year. If Wonnum is healthy and he can produce a similar year like he had the previous year with a Danielle Hunter, I think we're good.
Right.
But again, it's a big if in all caps, the biggest text size that you can put out there. It just really he has to show us again. I wrote in the chat when they had that condition test between the 25th and it's not the 25th and 26th. So it'll be either that Monday or Tuesday when it kicks off on the 24th. We'll know how healthy
Mhm.
he's going to be. And based off of that,
Right.
I have to see it when you play against the New England Patriots. I have to see it against joint practice against the Jets and then finishing out the preseason with the Buffalo Bills. You will really know, like we said last year, and I'm gonna give CJ his flowers when he made this comment. We will really know what type of team we're going to have in preseason. And I agree with him. There's really
Somebody,
no
somebody speaking to you, Doug.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time to put that Michael
look,
Myers music on. Dun, 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 dun.
look, tell her hey, that was no word. That was directly to Tony. Tony trying to get me in trouble, which I'm trying to
No,
stay.
Don't say Tony. You said she was on the raft when we had the
You was
flood.
right.
I didn't say that. I
And
didn't
Oh,
say
you
that.
was right.
Doug,
We were
Doug,
not on no
hold on,
damn
Tony.
raft. You
Hold on, Tony.
said that.
Hold on.
Go
Let
ahead.
me sum this up. Let me sum this up. It's too
Go ahead.
late to turn back now. Diddly-diddly-diddly-diddly.
But nah, like I said, that's all I got with it. I just feel like it's a big if.
Yeah.
And with if we can't have if statements going into another season. We had a lot of if last year. You gave him money where there were other DNs out there, and we went off of potential, which he does have a lot of potential. But
Yeah.
one thing that we didn't know as fans, he was coming off of is it a growing injury that he had, or was
Torn
it
quad. He tore his quad.
quad? So you got to think. If we knew that before, I think a lot of fans have been upset that we even signed him.
Oh,
So
hey,
Mm.
Probably so.
hold on. Didn't our new GM said he didn't want to injure players? Wasn't that his
yes,
whole
you
thing?
talking about Morgan? Yeah. And what's up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wally? Wally, I'm being rude,
Uh,
man. I was going when CJ brought me in. I was going to say, man, I'm so glad to see you pop up, man. Like I said, we talked about y'all going to the game in Germany, man. I can't wait to see what you and Tony got in store, man. So that was my bad, man. I was supposed to tell you what's up, and I appreciate you pulling up to the channel, man.
oh.
Hey,
Now,
Appreciate you, brother.
hey,
look, now I'm gonna get on
hey,
CJ. CJ had me in the backstage for about 30 years, and I'm like, God, Lee, I'm like, you gonna let me up, or I gotta,
I,
I gotta ring a
no,
bell over there.
I told you that I said, give me a few minutes. I got to
You
get the
know I'm
scene
messing.
ready.
Look, you
Now,
know
and
I'm
I was
messing.
making sure everybody was talking, get their points
CJ,
out.
you know I'm messing with you. You
hey,
know I'm.
the wife speaking to you, Wiley.
Oh, what's up, now? What's up? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, see what
Oh, hold
happened,
on. Look
Wiley,
at
is we
this
we
one.
don't we better torn quad than Chase broke.
Hey,
Oh man.
hey,
Now that was long.
hey,
That was
hey,
long.
hey,
That
hold
ain't
on.
the
Now.
car.
Hey, I agree with the car on that one.
I
I
agree.
agree
Yeah, I
wholeheartedly on
agree.
that one, dog.
I agree. I agree. I can't. He ain't
Boy.
saying nothing wrong, but dang.
Golly.
Yeah, that was a shot.
Dang, that was deep. That was deep. All right. Well, cool. Hey CJ, let's go over to the next slide. So this one is gonna be
All right.
Jadeveon Clowney. We're gonna look at his career stats,
Hold,
and then we're gonna
hold on 1 second.
go ahead.
Show the money here. Hey, we're here. Will Robinson, tip you
Real.
appreciate it. Thank you for the $5 super
Appreciate
chat. He
that, my
said week
guy.
2 versus the Chargers will really test if we have a good run defense.
Who's their
Yes.
Hey,
new running back? For
Yeah. Yeah.
Austin
yeah.
Eckler,
Um,
yeah, who's their new running
my
back?
man Kelly and Blake Corum.
Oh,
Joshua
not
Kelly for the
not only
Chargers.
that, they have Gus,
Oh,
but they have Gus Edwards
Gus
and
Edwards.
J.K.
Yep.
Dobbins
That's what his Gus Edwards.
and J.K. Dobbins.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you got hold on. You got to carry 6 running backs if you got J.K. Dobbins on your squad. I'm sorry. I like the dude, but damn.
Yeah,
And I'm
he can't
sorry.
stay
No,
healthy.
no disrespect, no disrespect, J.K. Dobbins, but hey, the brother's good, but he cannot stay healthy. You got to have a whole six running backs behind him. Well, not
Yeah.
really. He's not going to be the starter, but you know what I mean.
But you're exactly right though, Will. That is gonna be a great test to the run
Mhm.
defense. I mean, if
Yeah.
I don't think we played Baltimore this year, but you could say basically that's Baltimore 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we we
Mhm.
we really going to see what this our front seven is made of for
Hey,
sure.
Appreciate you,
hey,
Will.
can I? Hey, I'm gonna make this point real quick. We can go to the slide. Tony got a point, or whoever said, yeah. I mean, Wally made the point, but they don't have any wide receivers now, or they don't have any trusted wide receivers
That's
in
true.
in the
Mhm.
Chargers. So you know how everybody
Well,
say, oh,
they
you got the box against Bryce. You can really
Mhm.
stack the box against the Chargers and see what happens because outside of Quentin Johnson, that is a he's not a rookie anymore. They don't. I mean, they got what's the boy out of Georgia that we were high
Lad
on?
McConkey, Lad
Lamb.
McConkey.
Mhm.
But
Lamb
outside of
Yeah,
that, really don't have any veteran wide receivers. So it's
they
gonna
got
be
the
real.
guy.
Um,
They got the guy they drafted last year out of TCU.
That's why I said
Yeah, they,
Quentin.
That Johnson,
It's
yeah.
yeah,
Quentin.
oh,
yeah,
Quint,
Quinn, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, Quentin Johnson. Yeah,
Is
okay.
Mike Williams gone? Or he
Yeah,
still
Mike
hurt?
Yeah,
Williams gone
Mike.
too.
Yeah,
They
Mike
got rid of
Williams in
all
Philly.
their receivers,
I
yeah.
think
No, Mike Williams
Mike
Oh,
is
Will
Jets.
because I know
Mike Williams
Keenan
where?
Allen
Jets.
is in Chicago.
That's right. He's with the Jets. That's right.
And Keenan
Keenan
The
Allen
Allen's
is
in
Jets. That's right.
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Chicago.
Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, Tony. Before we go again, let it pop up on here. Hey, thanks to the big cuz Shantae Bryan with the
Yes,
$20
sir.
Thank
super
you,
chat.
honey.
20
There we go.
$20 from Shantae Bryan. We appreciate
Yeah, my little
thank you very
mama, my
much.
sugar booger. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, here you go, sounding like old man. My sugar booger.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what it is. Ain't no
Thank you,
shame in my
Shantae.
game.
We appreciate it. All right. Let me get
Yeah.
on. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
You see what the car he said.
She took
Hold on.
the account. Oh God.
Oh goodness.
Hey,
Oh, I'm
Tony,
Yo.
dead.
Oh, that's pretty
Tony
good.
was
Oh
That's
back
pretty
my
good.
there resting.
God.
Tony thought you was back there resting.
Oh,
She didn't hit
Oh,
Let me go
Hey.
ahead and get some money.
Hey, hold
hold,
on.
hold,
The car out
hold
here
my,
like Hawkeye today, boy. He got him locked. And Lord, he out here
you
hey,
ain't
fooling.
lie.
lying. What's up, man?
Hey, look, hey, I just got a notification on my phone. Let me check.
We go ahead and taking them
Oh,
prisoners, boy.
All
God
right,
oh,
man.
almighty.
sweet Jesus. Okay.
All right, here
Jadeveon
we go.
Clowney, y'all. Go ahead, Tony.
Jadeveon Clowney. Hey, listen, this is somebody that I've had high regards for ever since he played in South Carolina. You know, if people don't really know, even before he was in South Carolina, he went to South Carolina. Jadeveon Clowney, Stephon Gilmore, and Devontae Holloman. I don't know if anybody remember Devontae Holloman. Devontae Holloman went to Independence, but Independence had those run on state championships when they had Chris Leak, CJ Leak, and the other quarterback that went to Georgia. I can't remember his name, but with the year when Independence won like 103 straight, the years that Independence won 103 straight games, Devontae Holloman plays safety at South Carolina. I mean at Independence, and transferred to South Point where he played alongside Stephon Gilmore and Jadeveon Clowney. And I remember them guys having a great second year. The second year that their team was formed when South Point had the high school and they won the state championship. One thing about Jadeveon Clowney, especially now, let me just get back to the league. I'm sorry, I just went off on a little tangent right there. But
Hold on. Super
the
chat, Tony.
knock the knock that was on Jadeveon Clowney when he first came into the league is that he couldn't stay healthy. Okay. But if you look at his first 3 or 4 years in the league, his sack production, you know, things like that was up and down. Injured his first year, he only played um okay. Sugar. Sugar.
I thought you were gonna see
Hey, appreciate it, PPP. Appreciate it. That's right. Sugar Booger. That's what. Yep. I got 1,000 nicknames. Don't make me open the can. Nah,
Oh
I ain't gonna
Lord.
do it like that. I ain't gonna do it like
Thank you,
that. But
Crown.
no, um, yeah. One thing about Jadeveon Clowney is has always been his she threw a flag on the.
that.
I can't. Yo, she. My bad, babe. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. They got me. Yeah. Anyway, his inconsistency is one thing that always concerned me with Jadeveon Clown. And I remember before he went to Baltimore, right when he was leaving Cleveland, there was an opportunity or there was talks about should the Panthers go after Jadeveon Clowney. And at that time, Jadeveon Clowney was asking for like top tier money. And at the time, because of the inconsistencies, I felt like he wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the player was worried more about the money, and we should be worried about what type of production are we going to get for said money. And at the time, it didn't match for me. But this year, again, we had opportunity to get him again, and we got him. I think based off his play last year and the contract that we gave him, I think the contract warranted um for his play last year, and the fact that it didn't look good for Brian Burns going forward. So we need to bring somebody in, because if we hadn't, we would be definitely hurt at the end position. So let's just look at his stacks real quick, and I highlighted a few of them, especially his sacks. You can see the inconsistencies. He didn't have none in 2014, but he only played 4 games. Um 2015, 4.5. 2016 was okay. But 2017 was good, 2018 was good, 2019, 2020. I didn't even realize he didn't have no sacks. That one year he played in Tennessee, only had 3 in Seattle. Then he had 9 the first year in Cleveland, played 14 games, played 12 games in 2022, but only had 2 sacks. Played all 17 games last year for Baltimore and had 9.5 sacks. So for his career, he has 52.5 sacks in his 10-year career, which kind of averages out to about a little less than 5.5 if you want to play with those kind of numbers. But 5 sacks a season, when you say that and Jadeveon Clowney name in the same sentence, it don't sound right. You know what I mean? Because you always expect more from him, and I just don't think early on, just like we talked about the inconsistency with DJ Wonnum, initially in the beginning of his 4-year career, you could arguably say that Jadeveon Clowney has been inconsistent throughout his whole career. So, fellas, y'all tell me what do y'all think? Do y'all think with the addition of Jadeveon Clowney and a healthy DJ Wonnum, would they be the best duo in the NFC South? Wally, you go
Well,
ahead. You go first.
oh yeah, go ahead, Wild.
Well, you're right. If you said 5.5 sacks when Clowney first came in the league, he would have that for his career as a career stat. People would be laughing at you. He was
Mm-hmm.
dominant in college, and I don't think young people don't realize how dominant he was. Then he, of course, he was there with J.J. Watt for a while, but mm, I think if he can get us 8 sacks this year and be healthy and help stop the run, I will be happy with that season. This time in his career, 8 sacks, stop the run, be there
Right.
provide that leadership. I'll be happy with that.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but that's what I expect from him.
Okay.
I just want to say real quick before you go, Doug. We've been on broadcast now for 47 minutes, and me and Wally has not argued.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Won't he
Oh,
do it?
give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Look, I'm gonna mess around and say something just to make you argue in a minute.
Go ahead, Doug.
Um, like we said, man, it's good to have homegrown talent play for their professional team. We were
Yeah.
all excited when Stephon Gilmore came, even though it was later in his career. I feel like I know who we gave the money to. We're gonna stay on topic, but just like the Jadeveon Clowney, it's always good to have them come home, regardless if they still got juice in the tank or not. I do think he still has something there, and in this, and I know people are going. When you say one comment, they stretch it, and I'm gonna try to be very specific when I say this. If you look at the type of defense that the Lord Jesus, when you look at the type of defense the Baltimore Ravens ran, he had he didn't have to put his hand in the dirt. And if you look at the type of defense where his numbers are great, he did not have his hand in the dirt. He was a stand-up DN slash outside linebacker. When he was with the Houston Texans, that's when his set numbers were not as great. When he went to the Cleveland Browns and he went to the Baltimore Ravens, when he was able to be a stand-up DN, that's when you saw his numbers increase. And one thing that I am happy for with him being a veteran and him coming out and saying when he did his introductory presser is he loves Evero's freedom of a defense and how easy it is for him to excel in it. Again, what we
Mhm.
have as coaches and fans, we have to lower our expectations. He is not Jadeveon Clowney when he first came in the league. Again, he is up in age, and that's where I said these other DNs are going to have to help him to stay fresh whenever we do need him to have an impact type of play, like a DJ Johnson. What is he going to be able to show? Mar Barno, what is he going to be able to show? Again, but if we're talking about a DJ Wonnum and a Jadeveon Clowney, there is potential. We talked about the New Orleans Saints when it came to Cam Jordan. He's up in age. Really and truly, outside of maybe Atlanta drafting, and if you look at Tampa Bay, numbers wise, we do have the most productive right now. But again, on
Right.
paper, mean anything, and that's one word that I'm using for myself. On paper, you can look everything, but that's why I said these preseason games and this joint practice is very valuable to this offense and defense to understand exactly what we're going to have going into the season.
Mhm. CJ.
Fact. Okay, I just wanted to say this. If you look, Jadeveon Clowney has a pretty long injury history. List of things that's happened to him. But if you look at Houston in 2017, played all games, 9.5 sacks. Look at last year, played all games, 9.5 sacks. 2021, and I was looking at his injury history here on the side. He didn't really have, if I'm not mistaken, if I read that right, he didn't really have anything that was plaguing him that much that year. 9 sacks. Okay. And
Mhm.
I'm sorry, 2 years in Houston. He missed one game in 2018, nine, and then the year before he had 9.5. So I think this is another situation, just like DJ Wonnum too, where we are going to have to monitor, not monitor, but we're gonna have to pray for the best when it comes to the health of Davion Clowney too. Because what I think happened this year, okay. Now, Wiley, what you said about Dan Moore, we're not gonna bring in any more injured players. Okay, now I'm not talking about Davion Clowney. I'm talking about Wonnum and this tandem, this duo. Okay, so
Hmm.
all right, our biggest deficiency last year was on the offensive side of the ball. They did what they had to do, and they brought in a lot of talent. Yet to be seen what that's going to do. But just like this situation on paper, it looks good. Okay. I think they did what they had to do. Now, I do think this is a little better than a patchwork job. Okay. I think saying these two are patchwork, just kind of putting pieces over just to get by. I think that's discrediting them just a little bit. I think this is better than that. Okay. But this is what we got so far. Hopefully, these two guys can stay healthy. And me, if I'm Dan Morgan, and this season goes how we expect it to go, or how we hope to go, you bring in some talent next year that might can sit behind these guys and start to develop. But I'm sorry, I went off on a little change. But going back to Clowney, Okay, if Clowney can stay healthy, like we said, if we can get a repeat of last season from him, or somewhere close, because like Doug said on paper, we do have the best duo. I know they were with different teams last year, but if you put their sack totals, it's it's higher than any other duo in the NFC South. But
Right.
if David Clowney can just come in and just put in that work, I mean, I hope being close to home is something that helps him out. He's closer to his family. If something's going on at the house, it's not, hopefully it's not that weighing on him that much. So it's like, all right, bet, let me get out of practice, you know, 20, 30 minutes, I'm at home. It's nothing like something's going on and he's, like Seattle, he's on the West Coast. Even Houston, he's so many hours away. He got his family and friends and they right down 77. So I just hope that everything, works out. But like I said, if Clowney can stay healthy, if we can get a repeat of his Baltimore season from last year, hey, I think
Hmm.
we'd be in the money, fellas. I think we'd be in the money.
Yeah, I would definitely take that production. And let me say this, because this is all just based off what's on paper right now. We don't know
Hmm.
what they would do as a tandem. We don't know how well Jadeveon Clowney or DJ Wonnum would do for the Panthers. But just based off talent alone and their past history, because the stats tell their story. Just based off what they've done in the past, we hope that each one of them, last year in Minnesota for DJ Wonnum, last year in Baltimore for Jadeveon Clowney, we hope both those seasons carry over to the Panthers. And if they do, if we're able to get that same kind of production that these players got, gave to their other teams last year, I think we in good business. I think we are really doing well. And I think it's going to be just like when we had Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns. I think they were both was I think Hassan Reddick finished with like 12 and a half sacks that year, and I think Brian Burns had like nine and a half sacks. I think he had
Hmm.
just missed double digit sacks. But like I said, their knock was they they couldn't hold up against the run. I think we have better overall run defenders, if anything, with Jadeveon Clowney and DJ Warren. Now, one thing we do know, Jadeveon Clowney can get to the quarterback. I know
Hmm.
his QB pressures, things of that nature were high last year, has been consistently pretty high throughout his career. So getting to the quarterback, I don't think there's no problem for him. But like you said, you just want to see it on a consistent basis from both of them. Especially you would expect that it shouldn't be a problem for Jadeveon Clowney, given who he is and the hype and the talent that he has when he came out of South Carolina into the NFL. Just in my opinion, that talent just hasn't been consistent. So yeah, I just hope that this will be year 11 for Davion Clowney, year 5 for DJ Warnham, and I hope they have their best seasons in their career this year for the Panthers.
Tony,
Fact.
think about it like this. Maybe he needed to be a leader. If you think about all those teams he's been on, they haven't required leadership of him.
Who you talking about? Davion Clowney?
Because think about it, when he went to Baltimore, when he went to Houston, that was JJ's
Yeah,
defense.
J.J.
Then
Watt. Yeah,
when he went to Cleveland, what's his name? The Ian up there.
Miles
Oh,
Garrett.
Miles
Miles
Garrett.
Garrett,
Yeah.
Steve. Then last year when he went to Baltimore, it was Mr. Smith, the linebacker. Here we go now. You got an
Raekwon Smith. Yeah.
opportunity. You got an opportunity to be a veteran leader, and maybe that suits him better. That he can help mentor these younger guys we got, give him some rest,
Hmm.
be more of an impact player, get the sacks and the pressures when he in there, and also maybe that's what he wants. If so, he
Fact,
can have a resurgence of his career.
fact.
That's what my hope is.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
Doug. You trying to say something?
No, I was agreeing with Wiley. I was saying all facts. Like I said,
Oh,
he's in the still production, but we have a lot of young men on this team that need a veteran to help polish their game. one thing
Mhm.
that I allude to when we have one young wide receivers, you have a Deontay Johnson and a Adam Thielen that can help them um meant be a mentor. And that's like, I mean, while he hit the nail on the head, Jadeveon Clowney still can produce, but he can be a huge mentor into the next steps of the young man helping the Carolina Panthers.
Mhm. Big fact.
Cause I tell you, outside of Jadeveon Clowney and DJ Wonnum, boy, we bad out here.
No, no,
Yeah.
now hold on. Now hold on, because hold on, Tony. Whenever when we did this defense, boy, you were so crucial and critical on me because I couldn't say Chasen's name, and you were like, Doug, you need to
Taylor
go
on
back.
Jason.
Yes. I
Yeah,
remember when we were putting this down, you were saying he has been playing out of position. And with
right,
this type of defense that we're playing, he's been playing out of position, and we just have to see what
right.
he can do on the field. Like I said, outside of DJ Johnson, I mean, yeah, that's one other person, Doug. I'll say that myself. That's one other person, Doug. But you still got a Barno and you got a DJ Johnson who you don't know what you're gonna get out of.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I
Well,
say that, but outside of them, you do have a Chasen that has shown in a 3-4 type defense, he can be a force to be reckoned with.
you're right. You're right about that. But that he has shown that in college. I'm talking about in NFL because he didn't play in the 3-4 in
Nope.
Jacksonville. You
Nope.
know what I'm saying? Even though you're right, because I did say he has played out of position since he's came into the league. So there's really nothing on the NFL level, or there's no NFL tape out there to show that he's really productive in the 3-4 in the league. That's what I was basing it off of. So until he can show that potential that he had when he was drafted in the first round coming out of LSU, I'm definitely gonna have to leave a question mark and an asterisk beside his name.
Hey, on speaking of that, now you know somebody who I wish they would have kept around. Speaking of somebody who I think had, like talent, but it just wasn't realized yet. I really wish Marquise Haynes was still on the team. I
Yes,
I would feel a
yes,
lot better with the healthy Marquise Haynes. I definitely
Mm.
would. He would have been
yeah.
somebody that I would have thought that I thought they would have hung on to him, but he's not on the team. He did have a few injury issues, but
Yeah.
when he was in the game, when he was in the game, Marquise made plays now.
And did
But
he
you
Where
got to
get?
did
look.
he go? Who did he sign with?
I'm about to look it up.
I
Or
That's
did he
what
sign
I
with?
don't know.
Or did he
I'm about
sign with anybody?
I got you, CJ. I'm about to look it up.
I
But
can't remember if he
Marquise,
signed with him.
but Marquise wasn't that big, CJ. If you look at what we've
Free
done,
agent. He's a free agent.
Free agent.
Okay,
yeah. But if you think about it, the guy we have gone to a bigger defensive end. Marquise Haynes was about
Mhm.
6'3", about what,
235.
230.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
thirty five.
So
Yeah,
maybe that's what the guys looked at. They said, "Well, we got problem with holding the edge with
Yeah.
these smaller guys."
True.
yeah.
True, true. But one
But
thing I,
Paul,
I wish
oh, go
last
ahead.
year, I wish he would have got. I wish he was healthy enough to
Mm.
play last year because
Yeah,
it was one of them situations where it was like, all right, well, we trying to get to the quarterback, and outside of Brian Burns, you had Gross Matos, Echo Leota, I think who came off the edge sometimes. He was hurt, and DJ Johnson just really did not play, much at all, and
right.
Marquise Haynes was hurt because when I say Marquise Haynes because when he gets on the field, 9 times out of 10, he makes a play or he's in on the tackle.
Oh,
You
he's
saw him, I
impact.
forgot it was a pick or the fumble recovery. He took back for the touchdown a few years ago. I forgot who he was playing. But it's almost like a TMJ thing with me. It's just like that's one person that I really, really, really wish we get one year where we see the best out of him. And it
Yeah.
just it never panned out. And TMJ
Yeah.
got look, TMJ got training camp in this damn preseason, or it might not pan out for him. So
Hey,
Hey,
because it's a lot
CJ,
of it's a lot of
don't.
undrafted rookies, boy, that's coming for that spot.
tell you, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Hey, and Tony, real quick, I know you put it up there in the car. It said who are y'all monitoring for the waiver wire purposes that we do have first dibs. So my response was every goddamn cornerback out there.
True statement.
That's
True
my
statement.
personal. That's my personal
That
waiver wire watch list
that
right there.
that's
Every
yes,
damn cornerback in the NFL right now.
yes. Hey, and I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but on a somber note, there was another cornerback, former FSU cornerback AJ Litton, also passed away in that car accident with Kyrie Jackson last night. So, not shout out, my condolences, our
Yeah.
condolences to the Litton family. And, our thoughts and prayers are with his family, his moms, and everybody involved in that tragic accident that happened last night. Yeah.
Crazy. Mm,
Mm.
crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right. So, my other question is, well, here, because I was responsible for the slides this time, so I ain't got no slides for the other teams. But if you can think of the other teams, the other three teams in NFC South, starting defensive end slash edge rushers, how would you rank them in order? How would you rank the four teams, edge rushers slash outside linebackers in order? Wally, you go first.
I will go us. I will go Atlanta's last. I'm trying to go. So Atlanta's last, New Orleans third, then uh, and now
Yeah.
Tampa. But I'm
Tampa.
trying to remember. I'm trying to remember though. Uh, I'm Tampa's defensive ends this year. I'm kind of hmm.
Oh, Yaya Diaby and
Yeah, Yaya
Joe
Diaby.
Tryon, whatever his last
Yeah,
name is. He got one hyphenated name.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because you was Joe Tryon in Washington, University of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I would go us, then Tampa, then New Orleans. New Orleans because injury and age, and then last will be
Mm.
Atlanta because Atlanta is they didn't even address they addressed it, but the players they addressed it with, I don't believe it's going to have impact.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what? I forgot Paul Mancini. I forgot that the Saints still got Chase Young. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, they got Chase
Hey,
Young, but Chase
Yeah,
Young is coming off injury. He didn't have a better
That's
yeah,
a,
season than
that's
YGM.
a life or death, Wally. That's a life or death right there. When you got to get
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
we
yes.
don't play with the
yeah,
neck. Neck and back is something very serious that you
yeah.
know that's one tweak and somebody blindside block you, and
He done.
we gonna have to go to commercial break, man. And I'm not wishing no
Diving for a fumble, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm wishing no
Yeah.
injury on
Real.
nobody.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
But
go ahead and give us your rankings. I know you got to get out of here.
Okay.
yeah,
For me, it will be us. Like I said, it's an if. So right now, this is on a paper. It'll be the
right.
Panthers. It'll be Tampa, Atlanta, and I'll put the Saints last. And again, right now, going into the season, hopefully we can address this and come back to it because injuries may happen. Players may outshine our players right now, or our players don't even look to par. But right now, on paper, I do think we wanted to do by committee. We didn't want to just rely on two people, and that's one thing I think we did last year. We relied on two players, and a Brian Burns, a whole lot, and whoever else is on the other side. So I do
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
the approach, and I do think they meaning the Panthers, we're better fitted and grounded going into next year because we have more than just two players. Again, we don't know what a DJ Johnson can do, and I do think Barno never had the opportunity because injuries happen. But if he does come back healthy, I am really ready to see him, other than being on kickoff and punt return, what he can do. But before I head out, man, I just
Okay.
look. We got 13 lights. I think it's 20 people still in here. There's no reason why there should be more people in here than hitting the like button. Again, it's free. If you still in here, you have not hit the like button. You must be enjoying what Wiley, Tony, and CJ are talking about, man. Again, they don't ask for cash app. They don't ask for super chats. The only thing they really ask for you, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for them, man. So that's too easy to
Appreciate
do. That's two free things that you don't even have to hit your pockets for. So again, as I always tell the big cousins, they are great at what they do, man. You guys are enjoying the content. Again, hit the like button for them before you either step out or you go on about your day, man. But as always, I appreciate y'all for letting me pull up, man. I got to go ahead and get some things handled. But I always got to come to show y'all some support, man.
Hey,
Appreciate
we
you, bro.
appreciate that, Doug.
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
And
Doug.
Appreciate
while,
it, my guy.
yes, sir. And while you be safe over there, man, hopefully, here this year or this season, I'll be able to meet up with you, man. And definitely love for you to come over at What's Up, Doug, and kick it with us, man. But
Too
again,
easy, brother.
yes, sir, man. You be easy. And again, y'all continue to hit that like button for my two big cousins. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, Tony and CJ.
All
Appreciate
right,
you,
man.
Doug.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good one,
Peace.
man. Right.
All right, all right.
All
And
right.
yeah, but before we kick it off to the next question, don't forget we are giving away these two free wireless Galaxy Bud 2 headphones. I mean headsets, Bluetooth, whatever you want to call them.
Earbuds.
Yeah, earbuds. The first the first pair go out when we hit 1,500, and the second pair go out when we hit 2,000. And you have to be a member. So be it sign up, subscribe, so you won't miss the giveaway. All right, we greatly appreciate it.
Hey
Right.
CJ, what's your
All
number?
right.
What you got on TJ? See, we didn't get CJ's though.
Oh, I
Huh?
got the some of these.
No, no, no. The team ranking, defensive ends.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
oh. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I wanted to get Doug before we moved on. But yeah,
Hmm.
Right.
now I'm going to I'm going to give mine on kind of a what if scenario. Okay.
Okay.
And I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to put the Saints at number one. Okay, Granderson and Cam Jordan. If Cam Jordan can come back and have some seasons like he had previous to last year. Last year was kind of an outlier because before last year it was 8.5, 12.5, 7.5, 15, 12, 13. Okay. So I don't
Hmm.
know if this is that time in his career where it's starting to, doing the downtrend. Okay, but like I
Yeah.
said, this is gonna be kind of a what if scenario. All right, I'm gonna put them one. I'm gonna put us two, Tampa three, and Atlanta four.
Hmm. You know
Yeah.
what? I didn't think about that. That makes sense because Cam Jordan has definitely had a level of consistency throughout his career,
Yes.
stopping the run and getting
Hmm.
after the quarterback. And I don't want to hold last year against him as if he hasn't been productive since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
when
I
you
want
look
to.
at it, yeah, I mean I want to, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like so just like we talked
Hmm.
about the model of consistency that we've been wanting from Jadeveon Clowney, or wish that he had. Cam Jordan has had that. The same thing
Right.
with DJ Wonnum in his short career. We want him to be consistent or hope that he was consistent. Well, Cam Jordan has been that throughout his career. So having that one down year, I don't know if it was for injuries or he was dealing with nagging injuries or what have you. But yeah, so when you think about it like that, and just like we say, we if DJ Wonnum is healthy, well, the same thing for the
Hmm.
Saints. If Chase Young is healthy, and you still got Granderson, so
Yeah.
you still got three dogs at the defensive end spot for the Saints. So
Anderson went
based
off last
on
year.
yeah, for based off that, I will have to go New Orleans one, Carolina two, Tampa three, and the Dirty Birds four.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know, man. Father Time is undefeated, and I think
That's true. Yeah,
that's
and
true.
Cam,
that's why I said a what if basis. That's what I'm just
yeah,
saying a what if basis because in
yeah,
my heart of hearts, I feel like we do have the best duo. But I'm just saying if Cam
you,
Jordan goes back out there this season and gets back to being Cam Jordan, and Granderson goes out there and it's like, all right, well, bet I ain't gonna have no fall off this year. You're gonna still get double
Right.
digit sacks out of me. If he has another 11 sack season and Cam Jordan pulls up with 9 or 10, then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now Carolina, now here's what y'all going to do.
well, that what you're saying is a true statement. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
why I put him where I put him because, like I said, father time. And then I don't believe Chase because the 49ers had Chase and they went and got YGM.
Mhm.
They replaced Chase Young with YGM. Think about that.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
mean, they
yeah.
might know something we don't know.
I'm with. Hey, I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you when you're
I'm
right.
not as of right now, I'm not expecting Chase Young to be, that much in the conversation as, he's gonna be out there and be dominating for the Saints. All right. That's why I'm expecting that right now. Whether he goes out there and proves me wrong, that's up to him. But as of right now, I'm
Yeah,
thinking about Jordan and Grandis. And
Okay.
I'm
I
sure
got
Chase
you.
Young gonna be
I
sprinkled
got
in
you.
there from time to time.
But
Yep.
yeah, but why? Well, yeah, Wiley did make. Y'all both made good points early because we are basing this on if everybody is healthy. Just like
Hmm.
we're thinking about if DJ Wonnum is healthy. We also have to take in consideration Chase Young's situation in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
when you
Yeah.
look at it like that, and if everybody is healthy for all four teams, who has the bet? Who is number one through number four, just based off paper?
Yeah, it would be the
I
So
Saints. Yeah, it would be the Saints. If
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they have the
yeah.
better talent at the position. I was just the health and the age was kind of my factors.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Cam Jordan been doing this since 2011. So this is
Yeah,
going into his what,
long
13th season? Yeah.
long time.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
I'm just wondering why Wally out here trying to look like he a 7 footer. What you trying to do, man? Everybody else sitting down, man.
Now
Hey,
it
Wiley, tell him leave you alone. Hey, you comfortable, Wiley?
see
Tell him
you
leave
see
you
you see,
alone.
you see how this is. See now watch this. You know we both jumped out of airplanes, and you know we talked about this. I got a bad back, so then he gonna clown me. You see this, CJ?
Hey,
I know. Hey,
hey,
Doug left a
hey,
few minutes too
you see,
early, isn't
you
he?
see my back support back here. You see my back support.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what 117 jumps to do to you right there.
See?
Put you on
Oh
back
God.
support.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the
So
All
car
right.
said Wiley been looking like he finna take my lunch money the whole street.
you right. You right. Oh man.
Hey,
Hey, it look like
hey,
Wiley got a little side chat going on. Yeah, I see you. I see you.
yeah,
Uh-huh. I see
hey, Nicole, I feel you, man. I've been feeling intimidated, man. You've been standing the whole time. I'm like, damn, bro, sit down, man. No, let me stop. Let me stop.
you.
Hey, so my last question, fellas, my last question to you guys. Um, if DJ Wonnum turns out to be healthy and he's everything that the Panthers want him to be, and if Jadeveon Clowney is everything the Panthers want him to be, and they go out on the field. Now I'm speaking hypothetically because I'm
hmm
trying to speak it into existence. So if we say, let's just say they both go out there and give us the same stats this season that they gave the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Do y'all think that would be enough for the Panther Nation to forget about Brian Burns?
No. Hell no.
No.
Go
Absolutely
ahead,
not.
No.
Wiley.
No, because what this gonna happen, this is the problem. It's like we develop these guys. Excuse me. We would develop these guys, and then as soon as they get in their prime, we ship them off. Okay.
Mhm.
Brian Burns is gonna be a top worst four defensive end in the league. Worst four. Our
Hmm.
running back would be number one running back in the league. He was always top two. And then DJ was top five last year. So I don't see the trend going otherwise. Now, and if that's so, and we sit here with Brian Burns getting 12, 13 sacks, and his running mate get around 11, how you gonna say that's better than 8 and 8? You can't.
Right.
Now, if our guys dominate the run, that'll be
Right.
different. Now, if our guys help with
Right.
the run, and we was having a problem with Brian and whatnot, and then I mean they able to help dominate the run, and they get 8 and 8, then I think they won't forget about Brian. but they won't be too unhappy with the situation we're in.
I can agree with that. CJ, what you got?
All right. I don't think a lot of Panther Nation is going to forget about it regardless, and I think it has a lot to do with. Okay, before I get into this, we all sat here, and when the trade came out, and we saw what the compensation was, right? So they traded Brian Burns. We got a second round pick and a fifth round pick in next year's draft. I'm not even gonna lie. Whatever I had in my hands, I think I slung it across whatever room I was in at the time. Okay. I don't know if I was at work. I don't remember if I was here or outside. Wherever I was at, whatever's in my hand, I think I slung it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there like, bruh. Okay, because you look back, we had a chance to get to trade Brian Burns 2 first round picks. Okay. My thing is this. If you were going if you had the resolve, okay, and you had the nerve and just the all out just, I'm going to do this about myself to get rid of Christian McCaffrey. Okay, you should have went ahead and got and traded Brian Burns then. Okay, you should have went ahead and traded him then instead of waiting to this. Now the price done went down. Okay, the price has gone down. From then. All right. Now you go this year. I still think they could have got more than just a second round for next year. And Wilder, you have to unmute yourself, dog, because we heard you getting that yak out the refrigerator. But
Hey, you making me drink, man. See, you see how depressing this is. You making me drink, CJ. See, CJ, you see I was doing good. I was drinking water. I was all good. There was no fussing with Tony. Then you had to break. Now
Hey,
I gotta go to this. Come on,
hey, at least you said it was you, not me. At least you said
hey,
it was you,
I
not
told
me.
you. Hey, look, we was talking before this, and I said, let me say, I take every opportunity to throw a joke. So while hey, you lobbed it up, dog. I had to dump it, man. I had to dump it. But getting back to Brian Burns, the trade compensation that we got for him, I think it was a little weak.
Yeah.
At the very least, if a second and a fifth was all you could get that fifth round pick this year. Okay. It wasn't like we didn't have a fifth round pick next year. Get that fifth round pick this year. Okay. And then bring it back around to you see that the highlights and all the clips are coming out from Hard Knocks, HBO's Hard Knocks, where the Giants are
Yeah.
on this year. So you go back to the Senior Bowl and you got a clip of Dan Morgan saying to a man from the Giants, "Hey, you want to give us 2 first round picks for Brian Burns?" And everybody kind of went wild with that. And a lot of people in the comments I was reading was saying, Dan Morgan was just joking. He said he was just joking, playing around. But but joking or not, I think they meant to trade Brian Burns the entire time. Okay, me and my wife was talking about this before we went live. Okay, any of y'all ever worked in an office setting? Okay, we think football, 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 football. It's all about football. Yes, it's all about football when you get to the product on the field. But you
Hmm.
also have a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and it's no different than you work in the office. Brian Burns knew he wasn't staying in Carolina. Carolina knew they were gonna get rid of him, okay? Because when they were talking about this, when this clip came out, that was at the Senior Bowl, and then when every time you hear them
Right.
talk, oh, we're working on this, oh, we're working on that. And the reason why I say everybody knew what was going on, because when Brian Burns got traded, it wasn't him saying anything on social media. He didn't act surprised, no anything. He was just like he put his post out, hey, I always be Spider Burns. I appreciate y'all, Charlotte. I'm out. Much love, and I see you later. You get a lot of
Right.
these cats out here when they get blindsided by stuff. What's the first thing they do? They go on social media, and,
Twitter
and get the
fingers.
type. Yeah. You got that Twitter fingers, get on there and do all this stuff. But yeah, I think that was probably the plan the entire time. And like I said
Yeah, but
earlier, they used
CJ.
that money that they would have had to pay Brian Burns, to get other assets for the team. I think Brian Burns' asking price was too high, and they fumbled the bag back when the Rams offered him 2 first round picks, and they've been trying to fix that ever since then. And this was ultimately this was ultimately the end of. But going back to your original question, Tony, no, I don't think that this is going to make people forget about Brian Burns because every single game that they go out there and this duo doesn't get like a sack apiece. You feel me? Or
Hmm.
they don't get pressure, or you get a play where hell they're getting blocked out and somebody runs through. I'm sorry, somebody runs past them. That play leads for a touchdown. And we're sitting here saying they're good run defenders, better than Brian Burns. And especially if Brian Burns goes up to New York and goes the hell off. So yeah, I don't think so. So that's the end of my rant. I don't think
Go
Yeah, but
ahead,
CJ,
Wiley.
if you think about it, that means Morgan lied to us. Remember, he said, you remember he played with the brother when the brother was on the Panthers.
Oh, here we go. Here you go.
See,
Go.
he should have told the truth, right?
so.
He should have
Yep.
told the truth. And look at you see Tony. You see Tony. He could go whole show. See it? You see he can't control
He
himself.
could, he could do it.
But it's true. Did he not? Hold on. Did he not? This is what he said. He said, "We'll take care of family, right?"
Uh
So what happened with that? You played with the brother. When he said that, I said, "Well, he ain't gonna get rid of Burns because that don't make any sense. Why would he make this statement if they're gonna get rid of Burns if he played with the brother?" But you're right, CJ, because he did play with the brother. They probably had talks going. We ain't gonna blindside you. We're gonna make sure this is clean. But he
mhm.
Hmm.
blindsided us.
Yeah.
He didn't blindside Burns, but he blindsided us as the fans.
Who you talking about? You talking about Dan Morgan? How?
Yeah,
But
Dan
how?
Morgan.
I,
When he made that statement, if he would have never made that statement, I wouldn't be saying this. But he
Mhm.
made the statement alluding to he was going to bring Burns back.
or that he was going to bring him back, or that he wants to bring him back.
That he wanted to
Is
bring
that
him back.
okay? Well, that's yeah, but like 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 with anything, it takes two to tango. You know what I'm saying? Two have to be in agreement. I could want to bring
Mhm.
you back, but do you want to be back? And do you want to come back and what I'm trying to bring you back for? So it ain't just the fact that Dan Morgan or the Panthers. Prime example, Frankie Louvu.
Hmm.
Frankie Louvu got offered more money to stay in Charlotte, but he decided that he wanted to go to Washington. Carolina made it they emphasized bringing Frankie Louvu back. He said, "No,
Mhm.
I'm going to take my talents to Washington and Dan Quinn." That was a choice he
Dan
made.
Quinn.
So,
Yep.
right. So
Hmm.
no matter what Carolina offered him, his decision was to go elsewhere. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when these GMs and these coaches and these guys they come in front of the mic and they talk, we always have to read the tea leaves. We have to kind of like take it with a grain of salt because nobody is really technically going to come up there and be bashing players, especially your
Mm.
franchise player or a popular player that someone wants to resign or that you hope to bring back. He wasn't gonna get up there and say anything negative, about Brian Burns. But if Brian Burns, I don't know this to be true, but I'm just saying, if he already had it in his mind that he wasn't going to come back, if he already had it in his mind that he believed that Carolina wasn't going to offer him the kind of money that he got from the Giants,
Mhm.
I mean, Dan Morgan's at a loss. He's in a lose-lose situation. So, with all that being said, let me ask you guys this question: do y'all feel like that Scott Fitterer in the old regime put us behind the eight ball when it comes to possibly re-signing Brian Burns? Do you think it was a lost cause for Dan Morgan and Brent Tillis and Dave Canales to get Brian Burns on board? Was it a little too late?
I don't think it was too late. I think what it was is it was they found themselves in a situation where they actually could have played paid Brian Burns.
Mhm.
However, I think they were
This why
thinking
you
about
should have
other
stopped. You should have
needs.
kept drinking that water.
No, no, they were thinking about no, they were thinking about other needs because if you look at it, people said we overpaid for our defensive, excuse me, our guards. So that
Mhm.
was money for Burns. And then, we could have ate it, and then next year would have been okay. But it's like, I don't think the bridge was burnt with Burns. I don't think it was, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
CJ, what you
Hey,
think?
and like Nakari said here, telling the truth would have resulted in us getting less than a second to fifth. Yes, yes. And Tony, I wanted to get back to what you were saying. I think it
Okay.
was an agreement with both parties. I think they came to a conclusion a long time ago that the Panthers weren't willing to pay Brian all that money that he wanted. And Brian, and Brian knew this, and I think he knew he was going to be traded. Therefore they both just kind of kept it a G. I'm sorry, kept it a buck and was like, this is that, this the and at the time we all thinking, oh, okay, well, he's going to be he's going to they're going to keep him. We're going to figure something out.
Hmm.
We're going to work something out. What I'm saying is, I think behind the scenes, because like I'm saying, I bring up the office setting because you can be having a conversation with your boss, and your boss is telling you, okay, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, but I'm telling you this because I want to get you, prepared for it. This doesn't need to be broadcast to everybody else until it's time. And as Paul said right here, it said the Rams had no 22 or 23 first round picks. But what I'm
Right.
saying is look at the position that we're in now and what we could
Hmm.
have done with the extra first round pick this year. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Yeah. So
Hmm.
even though those picks weren't until this year and next year, looking back at it, I still would have took that trade.
But
Me personally, I still would took that trade.
Paul made a good point right here too. On that note, CJ,
Hmm.
um, the Panthers still had a chance to make the playoffs in the wide open NFC South. I think it was in 2022 when the Rams
Hmm.
offered those draft picks. So when you look at it through that lens, why would you want to trade your best defensive player when you're trying to make an attempt to possibly win your division?
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't think it would have mattered if Brian Burns was there or not. We got that's why I changed position here. I had to get down to the microphone. I went by to see. Yeah, CJ Henderson screwed up that playoff push for us.
Yeah.
Mm.
So hey, only way they would have sent CJ Henderson in the trade with him, we still might have stood a chance. Let me
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. You're a mess.
No,
Oh
but
boy.
I get I
Oh,
get I get what you're saying.
that's
I
messy.
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like I said, if that's the case, then and we had a chance to win the division, we should have kept Christian McCaffrey. You know what I mean? If
Mm,
if you say we should have kept Burns because we still had a chance at the division, shit, we should have kept McCaffrey. We didn't realize we had a chance at the division until Steve Wilkes took over. Okay, and
that's
all
true.
this was going because Steve Wilkes that first game was against the Rams. Okay, and
Right.
that was the Christian McCaffrey showcase
Audition.
because
Yeah.
PJ Walker did not do nothing damn near whole game but turn around, hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. He would hike, he get the ball, he would go out in the flat to Christian McCaffrey. That was his I still got it game. I mean game. At this point we're showing him off. He's in the storefront at Macy's during Christmas time. And
Yep.
everybody's walking around like, you know what?
I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
want me a
I like
Christian
that.
McCaffrey for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want me a Christian McCaffrey for Christmas. That's what that was. But
Yeah.
then when Wilkes came in, took over, and put his stamp on this team and was like, hey, we're going to go out, we're going to be physical, we're going to run the ball, we smash mouth, we're going to do this. Then that's
Yeah.
when you see the team started, gaining momentum, and then we started making that playoff push. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? At the time, I think when it was told to us that they offered the two first round picks, the team was just in, all right, it was almost like panic mode
Hmm.
for a second. Like, all right, we got to do that. We're going to get rid of Christian. But like I said, if they knew then how the rest of that year was going to turn out after they let go of Matt Rule, they should have kept Christian McCaffrey too. So,
And
yeah.
CJ, if you think about it, we paid the
Hmm.
first 2 years of his contract with the 49ers. It's not like we got the money off the book. That's what really got me in this. We didn't get the money off the books. We paid him when he was a
Hmm.
49er. So it's like,
Yeah.
Mm,
what did they do this for? But maybe that was the reason why we were able to see the duo running backs. because the coaches
Yeah,
couldn't get out of the fact that we got him, and they was going to
yeah.
wear him down. You know what
That
they say?
part, you
Thank you,
are right,
Nakari. Thank
Mikari.
you. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
yes.
Because my thing,
Beyonce
it's
former,
not
he
like,
should never been able to walk out the door. Go ahead, CJ. I'm
bruh,
True.
sorry.
and it's not
Listen,
like Chicago. It's not like Chicago. Drove a Brinks truck down to wherever he
no.
was at and backed that shit in the driveway and dumped the whole.
Five and a half million.
Ah,
5 million.
bruh,
All he
yeah.
wanted was the opportunity to start, and you didn't
That's
have to get
all he wanted.
miles. That's all he wanted.
That's all he
Dog,
wanted.
Come on, man.
Like,
dog.
see, this is one of these situations where
Making me drink, making me drink.
the where the math ain't mathing, because when you see the type of production that he did in the last 12 games with Carolina that year, he didn't even see the field when we had CMC. The
Mm-mm.
minute we traded CMC, him and Chuba Hubbard up the running game for the Carolina Panthers. With that type
Mhm.
of production, why would you not want to bring him back? And like CJ said, it ain't like Chicago was backing up the Brinks truck. Ain't like it was gonna cost you 10 million a year. The man just wanted an opportunity to start. That's all he wanted. And you couldn't even give him that for 5 million, but you give I'm about to say something. I'm
Woo!
about to say
You was
something.
wrong. Look at.
I'm about to say,
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Look at it. Look at it.
say-
He got fixed glasses. He got fixed glasses. Oh,
but you
Yeah.
you mean
y'all done
Miles?
messed around and
Yeah.
gave Ian Thomas, aka NSA agent, 6.5 million contract.
Yeah.
Man, come
Hmm.
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Let me
remember
tell
now?
you, I would have
Go ahead.
I would have stopped going to the snack machine at work for however long it took. I'd have donated my $3 or $4 a day to form his
Yeah.
salary. You know,
Look,
shit.
he could have got all my NIL money.
But remember now, Frank Reich said he wanted a certain running style.
Yeah. Me and CJ
So
was
he
talking
ain't.
about that the other
Hey,
day.
hey, 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 hey. Frank Wright should have never been the damn coach. I'm just gonna go ahead
Yep.
and say that.
True state.
Frank
True
Wright should
state.
have never been the damn coach. They should have kept Steve Wilkes. The players acted like they would go out and run through a brick wall, reinforced concrete wall,
Yep.
titanium wall,
Yep.
whatever.
The
Vibranium,
play
whatever you want to call it.
the
Yeah,
players wanted Steve Wilkes. The fans wanted Steve Wilkes.
All
Nicole
of it.
Pepper wanted Steve
Tepper went
Wilkes.
that way.
Everybody wanted Steve Wilkes.
Mm-hmm.
What David
Yep.
Tepper do?
Other way.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We should have kept CMC.
Now,
We
now,
sure
now
have.
they both out the league.
What's up, Donna B?
Yeah.
What's up, Donna
Pretty
B?
much. Roadmaster Limited, what's going on? Hey, I
Bro,
saw
man.
your email and I'm working on it. Just let you know. I ain't forgot about you. I saw your email and I'm working on it.
Well, I ain't
You
see it. What
still
happened?
had that baseball mentality. Everybody is replaceable. Go after cheaper, unknown options. Yeah,
Oh.
You know what? He did.
but you know what though? That's okay. That's not a bad idea when you do your research on said cheaper option player. Oh,
Right.
okay. I think that's lost with this. It's just like, oh, they're cheaper, but it's just like, what have they done? Like, what have they shown you to say, okay, well, I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna bring you in. But it's like, you know what? I've talked to my circle, I've talked to the scouts, I've talked to everybody, and everybody has come to a consensus when they say, you know what, this person right here, it's it. It's it. All it's gonna take is
So,
a little bit of coaching, a little bit of tweaking, and we good. In Carolina, it's just like they're cheaper, bring them in. We got it.
so
And
see,
that's it's
so
like they don't do no
CJ,
thinking about it.
CJ, I'm gonna ask you this question. Now I'm going to get something started with me and Wiley. So, based off what
Here
you
we
just
go.
said,
Here we go.
is that more data driven or production?
Hey, sometimes I think with Tepper, it's more statistics.
But well, no, I'm saying off of what you just said when you talking about
Mhm.
putting the value based off of what a player does, is that based off of, in your opinion, is that based off the data or the production on the field?
Ah, okay. You saying the player that we let go of, or the player that we bringing in?
It's the,
My bad.
it's the
It's how you looking at the evaluation of the other player. Or you basically he Tony trying to say, is it film or is it data? That's what he's trying to get
Oh,
at.
oh, oh, oh. Well, God knows, I'd hope it's film because a lot of the players we bring in don't necessarily got the stats, but hopefully it's. I'm saying I would like for them to, if
I
it's
win.
something that, huh?
Why you know what I'm talking about? If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay, well, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Now, what I was,
So we
we had a discussion
we
offline.
had about 2.5 out of the 4 hours we talked yesterday. 2.5 hours we're
Mm,
talking about data and film, field production. So
mm,
Wiley background is in data. That's what he knows,
mm,
up and down, inside out, through and through. But I was telling him when it comes to sports, especially football, to get the most accurate data, you got to have the statistics that creates that
mm,
data, and you get the statistics based off the production on the field, whether
Hmm.
it's a lot of production or less. Regardless, your stats is your stats. Just like this is take Jadeveon Clowney 10-year career so far. He got stats for 10 years. So you could take 10 years worth of stats and create data off of that. You know what I'm saying? That kind of gives
mm,
you a glimpse of what the possibilities are. But the most important thing is his production on the field. That's why I was trying to tell
mm.
Wally yesterday, but I don't know where he was going, what he
What
was
it
trying to
is,
do.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Hey,
See
hold on one
what
second,
Tony.
fellas. Hey,
Mm,
Donna B, thank you for the $20 super chat. We
Donna B,
appreciate you.
thank you,
Thank you,
there
thank
we
ma'am.
you,
go.
thank you, thank you,
Appreciate you.
We
thank you, thank you,
appreciate you.
thank you. Hey, hold
Now
on.
what? Mm,
Before y'all get going, I want to go back to hold on, let me see. Uh God dang it. I was behind on the comments
Oh, okay.
and
Go ahead.
hold on a second. Oh, Vietnam. Okay, he said Wilkes didn't know how to fix the passing game. Hey, let me tell you, Vietnam, in my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything wrong with the passing game. Okay, we were a run first team. Sam Darnold in that play action fed off of our running game. I honestly
Hmm.
thought they was going to run it back with Sam Darnold for another year because we still had DJ Moore. You still could have
Yeah.
added,
and
you could have
drafted the
added some more
quarterback.
defense. Yeah, you could have drafted a quarterback. You could have got that running mate for Brian Burns that we always talked about. But no,
Develop your
instead of
team.
keeping
Develop your
Steve
team.
Wilkes around, yeah, they felt like they still had to tear this thing down, to the rims and build it back up, which I don't think, that was necessarily the case. Like I said,
And
that's
then
just my
yeah.
opinion.
And there's also a great possibility that the offensive line could have gave you the same type of production the
Hmm.
following year like they did the last 12 games of the season in 2022. Cause
Look at Bradley
that run
Bozeman in
game,
that offense.
yeah,
Look at Bradley
Hmm.
Bozeman in that offense
yeah,
versus in Frank's offense. Now where Bradley Bozeman, his ass out in damn not San Diego, LA.
yeah. He in San Diego.
Chargers.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
Chargers.
yeah, but
Yeah.
LA, LA. And, and
Yep.
guess
Yeah.
and guess what kind of offense they're gonna run?
Smash mouth.
That smash
Thank
mouth.
you.
That
Thank you.
damn hardball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that damn Bozeman probably gonna be in the damn Pro Bowl this year.
Yep, sure will. On
That's
Wheatie
that's why I
boxes.
said. Yeah, that's why I said sometimes you got to come in and and quit being so hard headed. This is my scheme. Sometimes, and like I say, like in life as well. And I know I keep bringing this up, but when we talk about Bryce and his leadership, but that leadership in general, sometimes you have to adapt what you do to what you have. Okay. My thing is,
Hmm.
Yeah.
if you didn't necessarily want Bradley Bozeman, that's cool, but you should have took advantage of his strength while he was there. Instead of
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
have this shit show that we had all last year. So, but yeah.
That's true.
Well,
Now
yeah.
that go back to the data thing. That's like this. When
Mm,
Tony said this, he said, if you look at the data, basically divided by the number of years, you get 5.5 sacks, right? That
mm,
Clowney got. But what I do, Tony, that's different is this. When I look at the data, I look at what the data says in certain high pressure situations. That's what I was talking about when the 49ers drafted Montana. Montana, yes, he won the national championship. However, he was a third round pick. But when they picked
mm,
him up, they looked at how did he react in certain high pressure situations, and that's why they drafted him. They didn't draft that was data. They didn't draft him
mm,
because he won a national championship. They drafted him because in high pressure situations, his numbers were way better than everybody else's. I'm saying when you look at the numbers, it ain't just the simplistic looking at it. It's what are the how you look at the numbers is when to make the numbers valuable. Just looking at the numbers, when like most people look at them, I don't look at them like that. I look at them in depth to make sure that my conclusion is actually factual. I'm just saying.
Hey, I got you.
Hey,
I want to add on to
what?
that. While but look at the comment. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I'm
here we
behind.
go. Here we go.
The car said we signed Dennis Daly and that other terrorist on the first day of free agency. It should have been ran off Mint Street until he was actually physically fit.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yo,
Oh,
yeah. All right, man. He's
hey,
on one today. He's on one today.
never lets me
oh
down, yo.
boy,
He's on
This
one
dude
today.
never
hey,
lets me down.
He's
I
on
am
one.
here for it.
oh my god.
He's on one.
Oh my god. Yo. Hey,
All
but
right.
Wally, to get back what you were saying with the stats. Okay, now I'm not disagreeing with you on stats, but sometimes I feel like it's I feel like they don't do their due diligence with like we're saying with film on these guys. You know, it's
Hmm.
Hmm.
like it's almost like they see the potential in them, but they don't have anything to back it up with. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I I
you're
might
right.
be
No,
throwing
you're
that
right.
off a little bit.
No, you're
Yeah.
right because it's like situational, right? How did that person
Mm,
get those stats? Okay, like you said, like Tony said earlier, that whenever Clowney was standing up versus handing the dirt, the stats were different. It were better when he was standing up versus handing the dirt. That's important
Right.
because when we bring him in, we don't
mhm.
put him in with his hand in the dirt, right? If we
Right.
want the
Right.
proper production. But the problem is a lot, like you said with Frank, he had guys that had certain skill sets, and he was trying to get them to go what he wanted.
Facts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Facts, Roadmaster. Facts.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Film, I understand film, but film and stats should equal the information you're looking at. Because
But
at the
they
film,
should work together.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
hey,
they should complement one another.
film is your foundation. Film is your
Hmm.
foundation, and then you come over with the statistics in certain situations to add on to that film. I think they can
Hmm.
work together. But
Correct,
when
and
you
that
just solely, but like I said, if you want to base it on the film, cool. But yeah, yeah.
you got to
Go
look
ahead.
at the
Well, I'm sorry, bud.
situation. You got to look at the situation.
Hmm.
What kind of? How did you? How? Okay, the film, right? Okay, what kind of player is he playing beside? What kind of defense is he in?
Hmm.
When did his impact happen? The only way you find out with film, you find his impact. You got to look at the stats because you got to see when his impact actually happened.
But the stats come from the production on the field. That's why I was
On the
saying,
field.
Wally. No,
Yeah.
no matter how you look at the numbers, you get it by the production that is created on the field. You can't give out data. You can't give out statistics. You can't give out anything analytical. From an analytics standpoint, unless you have the production on the field. The production on the field is going to create all of that, whether you're talking about hypotheticals or facts or however you want to slice it. What they do on the field matters more than anything. Go ahead, say yeah. He want to say it. Go ahead, say yeah.
It
Go ahead
does.
one time. Go ahead
What
one
you
time.
said is true. The problem with that is not 100%. What you said is true, but
Here we
if you don't
go.
know when that person did what they did on the film, right? You, was it
Mhm.
fourth quarter? Is it third down, first down? What is it? Is it when they're playing this type of defense versus that time or offense? Why did that film look the way it looked? What are the factors in that? Those factors are the actual data because now you know.
Right.
Yeah, now you know. For that person to be productive, now I need to look at my team and go, do I have things that will put that person in that situation so the film that they had before can be the film they can have here? Here we go.
We having a discussion debate. CJ and Donna B and them, they talking about pieces.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just realized they was having a
what
whole chat
what
about
what is
pizza. So
going
I
on?
was like, hold on. I was like, hey, that's somebody made me pineapple and ham. Hey, I just caught this going on in the chat. I finally caught up with the chat.
Oh my
I
God.
said, what
I
is
don't know how this
happening?
started.
Oh, I pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's
what
too much.
is
Making sure
going
money. It does.
on?
It does. It truly does.
Uh,
Yes, it does. My wife loves pineapple ham.
Boy. Hey,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize, y'all. Y'all
nah,
go
we
ahead. Like I
good.
said, I
Nah, we
just caught up with the chat and I was like, oh, they talking about pizza. Okay.
good. Oh my god.
Ah,
But yeah,
yo.
man.
Uh, but I don't
Eh,
disagree with you, Tony. It's just I think the when people say film, the problem when people just say
Mm,
film, it's not they don't talk about the situational portion of the film. They're just talking about film.
I get
yeah.
you.
Situational
We talk about
football is
situation football. Yeah.
yeah, situational
Hmm.
football is imperative. Plus, and also, I always when I look at it, be like, is it a fit? Because I got to look at the the team they're leaving, and do we have the ability to put that person in a situation where they can be as productive as they were when they left? If we don't have a
Yeah.
similar skill set that they were playing around, then it's not a valuable pickup. It's
Hmm.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like what we've been doing. It's like they're great at doing this thing, and we go over and we ain't got none of that to compliment them.
Yeah.
We,
But
Hmm.
it's
go
kind of
ahead.
like what you were saying though, CJ, with Scott Fitterer. He was trying, in my opinion, he was trying to get value, but what type of value were you getting? Like the production even wasn't matching the value
Mhm.
that you had on these players because it seemed like everybody that he brought in ended up being cut or released. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like pretty much everything, or not everything, but seemed like everybody that Scott Fitterer brought in, over 70, 75% of them are no longer on
Hmm.
the team or never panned out. Draft picks or free agents. You know what I
Wo-
mean? Cause
Worst
this
GM
this is
ever.
yeah, this is the man said about being in on every deal. And we thought it sounded good. We was like, okay, we got a GM now that's going to be in on every deal, see what can shake loose, and hopefully he can restructure and build this team into the powerhouse. But
Hey.
the way he went about it was complete. What's on?
Oh no, go ahead and finish. I go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh no, let me tell you, you brought up something that kind of triggered me a little bit. I wanted to say, Shannon Todd, thank you for becoming a member of fan level. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
appreciate you,
much.
Shannon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
When you was talking about Fit being in on every deal, now mind you, I got a set of twins. They're 14 years old. They'll be 15 next month. Boy and a girl. And it's funny because my daughter Layla, I love her dearly, but when we're talking, she's always got something to say in every conversation like we're having, and she's always like, "Well, do, 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 do." And it's like I know she doesn't mean any harm, but sometimes I have to tell her, I be like, "Babe, you don't have to say something every time me and your mama and your grandma are talking. Okay, like just learn. Sometimes you do not have to jump into
See,
every conversation we're having.
CJ, you about to start some shit.
No, 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 no. Because let me tell you,
No,
if
he's
Janelle
right.
is
He's
watching
right.
this, she agrees with me because we've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before,
Oh,
and I was thinking about Fitter. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in on every deal. Nah, bro, some of them deals you just need to stand back and just be like, I'm good on this. Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good on this.
Fall
That's what
back,
made me
play your
think about my
position.
daughter. Yeah, that's what I tell her sometimes. Hey, like fall back and just listen. It's like half the time we don't know she's in the room until she talks. And you be like, where in the hell you come from? Sometimes that's what Federer should have done. It's just be like, you know what? Let me let this pan out. Let me let this pan out. Let me sit back and
Oh,
chill. And
Yeah.
when it's time for me to make my statement, then I'm gonna say something. Nah, Fit was like, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
shout out Donna B for the $5 super chat. Donna B said, "Leave that baby alone." I told you.
Oh, hey, hold on. Let me tell you, hey, that's my baby, Donna B. That's she know I love her. She know I love her. That is my baby.
oh,
Oh God,
Oh,
it's
oh,
crazy to hear you
hold
say
on,
that
Panther
because
dog. Hold on, Tony. Hold on.
it.
Hey, don't
Oh,
don't say that, Panther dog. Don't say that. Don't be having you
oh,
be having me out there looking like that. Don't you do that to me, Panther dog.
oh
oh,
God,
Don't you
oh my
don't you do
oh,
God.
real tears.
I'm talking about my 14-year-old daughter, dog.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh man. CJ,
Tell women
see,
not to be
CJ,
Hey,
in
your words out of
conversation.
context.
and
Your words
it's
out of
funny.
context.
It's funny to hear CJ talk about it like that because
Oh,
she is quiet as hell around strangers.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. You
she,
think, yeah, you can't get 2 words out of her when she around a bunch of people.
oh my god, that is crazy.
Oh,
Oh god,
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead. My
man,
bad.
I forgot what I was gonna say, man.
oh, that's too much. That's too much.
Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry. And Don B, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah,
Thank you
Donna
for
B,
the
thank you. We appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it.
super chat.
Yeah, and let me just remind everybody because it do
Oh,
seem like we have a few more people in the chat.
mhm.
We're doing a giveaway. We're giving away the two Samsung Galaxy wireless bud uh headset, what Bluetooth? Yeah,
Earbuds.
Bluetooth
Yeah, earbuds. I got
earbuds. Yes, earbuds. So we're gonna give away the first pair when we hit 1,500 subscribers, which we're not far off of. So if you guys would please hit that like button, subscribe, become a channel member as well, because when we do the giveaways, you will have to be a channel member. The giveaway is only for channel members, and the second giveaway when we hit two 2,000. So when we hit the 2,000, we'll give a second pair away. What did the car say?
put
you.
that, put it back up
He said,
there.
I can't follow you down that road, CJ. You going down a
And my shoes ain't
slippery
got no.
slope. Got no grip.
No.
Lord have mercy.
See,
God, don't.
CJ, they try
Hey,
to look
let
out
Oh,
me
for
let me
you. They
tell
try
you.
to look out for you.
Hey, Panther Dog.
oh,
If I end up on somebody's Facebook reel or TikTok post or something, getting getting talked about, I'm blaming you.
oh. Let me tell you,
Oh.
if she ain't out of headquarters right now, she will be by the time this live over with.
No, I'm telling you, we are in agreement on that. We both of us, we
Oh
tell her that
God.
all the time. We tell her that all the time.
Oh, that was too funny. That was too
Oh.
funny. Well, look, fellas, I ain't got anything else for tonight. That was good, man. This is a great live. Hey,
Oh.
man, we greatly appreciate having you on here. We ain't seen you in a while, man. It was nice
Hey.
getting an opportunity to chop it up with you, and I definitely can't wait to November 10th. If y'all don't know, I'll be in Germany with Wiley. We will be attending the Panthers and the Giants football game. We will
Yes,
be
sir.
going live. We'll be bringing some content before the game, during the game, and after the game. So you guys look forward to that. We do have things that we're working on for November, and yeah, it should be good. Well, go ahead, CJ, take us on out of here.
Hey, make it true money. He said, "Oh, Tony he said I'm going to start a live stream soon on my Panther Sports channel. Want y'all to be my first guest. Hey, we be honored.
Hey,
We be happy to, brother.
hey, just let us know when we in
Yeah,
there.
let us know when. Let us know
Uh
when. Let
oh.
me know if you need
Oh oh.
anything. Hey, I see
Uh
it. I
oh.
see it, Tony. I see it. Look, hey, let us know if
Here
you
we
need
go.
anything. You can always send us an email. Okay, let us know if you need anything. I'm here to help out.
Oh
Anything you need.
God.
Look, the wife
Hold
done
on,
showed up.
Donna
So
B. Don't go
let me
nowhere yet,
let me
Donna B.
rewind.
You might miss it. You might
Oh
miss
my
it.
God. CJ, we got to look for you.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This is not anything that me and my wife have not discussed with Layla. Okay,
Hey,
we
hey,
always tell her
Wiley.
sometimes. It's like
Yeah.
you don't have to jump into our conversations every time you in the room. Like sometimes
If,
just sit there and listen.
if something happened to CJ, we just reach out to our DOD contacts. We'll find them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
and
hey,
Shannon,
hey,
I'm sorry. Thank you
didn't you
for the
put a
$5 super chat, Shannon. We
hey,
appreciate it. Said,
Oh yeah, appreciate you,
let me
Shannon.
share.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
that was the emoji in the chat. Thank you, Shannon. We
Oh,
appreciate
okay.
you. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I always tell my coworker CJ, I say I put a tracker in his tooth, so if we gotta find the body, ain't no problem, brother. We got you. I just turned the batteries on. You know what I'm saying?
not the track in the shoe.
We'll find you. We'll find
Oh, you done went some special ops shit on them.
you. Oh,
Oh
we'll find you,
God.
Doc. We'll find you.
Oh God. We talking way too much
$5,
now.
we beat
Go ahead,
these
CJ,
streets.
man. Take us.
Hold on,
Take us.
I gotta get through some of these comments. Yes, thank you, Panther Dog, because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about that for a hot second. Thank you, appreciate that. Look, Donna B is like, uh-oh. All we gotta do is run Burns way. Hey, hey,
Hey,
All right.
that's facts. That's facts.
hey. You tell me so what you say. I'll tell you in a second.
Here we go.
I
Don't
want to
be
say it
putting me
so
on
bad. I want to say it
blast.
so bad.
Jesus, here we go.
Oh
Okay,
God.
y'all. All right. If you're still with us, thank you. Okay. On the way out, please hit the like button. Help us out with the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed to Two Fans in the Stands, please subscribe to the channel. Also, go ahead and check our man Wiley out right here. I'm sorry, right here at Panthers Germany podcast. Okay, great content over there. Y'all make sure y'all go over there, show Wiley some love, subscribe to his channel. All right. As always, you can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. And over on what we dub as Twix, that's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can find us at Two Fans ITS. Let me see. So we gotta do that because we're not running towards Thibodeau. However, you spell his name. hey, it probably so. Probably so. All right.
Hey, hey,
But
look, Wiley.
Oh.
I'm familiar, y'all.
Nell say she from Jersey. We ain't finding
Oh God.
Don't put him in cement. Please.
Ah,
Oh God.
Oh,
oh goodness.
okay. All
Hey,
right.
Oh
not
God.
yeah, hey, yeah. I'm gonna have to clip a few from this and put them out there.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna have to clip a few from this.
Oh God.
Oh, look. Oh, I heard the door open. All right, let me get up out of here. I heard the door open.
All right.
All right, hey, but all y'all, let me. Hey, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you, Wiley. Thank you for being our guest today, man. Thank you
Oh.
to also to What's Up Doug who stopped through, join us in the chat. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you for all your comments. Like I said, on your way out, please hit the like button. And we just we thank everybody. Thank you for joining us. And as always, I'm gonna take you out with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding, man. We'll see.